They scratched the Nugget at Gold Mine. Looks like we're gonna have to cut and polish the entire thing now. Way to go, Matt. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening. We are on an adventure today to go and get the golden nugget. We're headed down to Hurricane to go steal it from Ed and Matt, to bring it back to the workshop and give it a little sprucing up. The sun down here in Hurricane, Utah is just detrimental to most things that sit out in the sun. So we've got a lot of surface issues that we're gonna take care of. So we're gonna do some polishing. Got the boss with me today.
Hi.
Found the golden nugget. So we had to hop the fence and break into Matt's yard because nobody's around today, but that's okay. The dogs are here. Is it okay? Can we take the golden nugget? Can we? Okay. If we can take the nugget, stand on my chest. Good boy. All right, dogs have approved. We're gonna take the nugget in the trailer. We're gonna get him loaded up. Nugget is loaded. Let's get out of here before anybody catches us. Heath from Clearside Auto Glass was there waiting for us to unload the nugget. Got the nugget out of the trailer, and we had to pull all the glass out of it. The reason we had to pull the glass is because when we put in all the brand new tempered glass, it was the wrong size. They cut it out of 1/8 inch and tempered it, and it was wrong. So he's had 3/16 inch glass remade, retempered, and we're gonna be installing that in the nugget once we're done polishing it. We got it out of the trailer. We got it back from Hurricane. Ed's gonna let us take it for a couple of weeks. We're gonna cut and polish this thing. You might wonder why, but we're taking it to the Sema Show. November 1st through 4th. It's gonna be in the Las Vegas Convention Center. Ed's gonna be there. Matt's gonna be there. Paul's gonna be there. We're all gonna be there showing it off to the public. Yay! So don't think that we're just showing it off without Ed. Unless he decides not to go, he will be there. We do have a pass for him. Cody's here. We're gonna be starting to sand this thing. Our most favorite thing in the world. We gotta sand it like 5 times now. 800 grit, 1000 grit, 1500 grit, 2000 grit, 5000, or 3000 grit, 5000 grit, 8000 grit. Oh my gosh. We gotta sand it 7 times. So you guys are gonna love this video. It's all about sanding the golden nugget again. All right, so we pulled the hood off. Now we're gonna get the mirrors and a few more odds and ends off. And we're gonna start sanding this. Then the fun really begins. Cody's excited.
I'm too sick.
Yeah, the sickness is real. We're all sick. The show must go on.
All right, I'm gonna pull this mirror off the nugget.
Hey, Dinner, sure you don't wanna come and sand with me?
That's a little fun.
Yeah, this is what you do. This is the first steps of cutting and polishing.
All right, so this mirror, I got it loose. I'm just gonna pull it off and then I'll show you with it off. So now I got the mirrors off and the hood latches.
And the cowl stripped down, the hood hinges.
And in the time they did all that, I sanded 1/3 of the hood with 1 grit. And I need to sand the side and then keep going over. All with a little hand block. Got hours and hours and hours in this. Once this is done and you see what it looks like polished, you'll be like, okay, now I see why he did it. Didn't necessarily need polished, but it gives it that extra level of awesomeness. Makes it pop. Now all of you that have came and seen the nugget, you're gonna have to come and see it again. I'm almost to the front of half of the hood. Great news, 2 hours in, and I've got half of it sanded. My brother just did a cameo. That was cool. Now I have to impersonate Rory. Did you guys see that? See that skit he did where he bullied me?
We're gonna have to blow a torch and static it. You thought I was kidding. Oh yeah.
It was actually pretty funny and entertaining, but now I gotta come up with dollar store Rory. The first sand is the most critical. It's 800 grit and we're trying to just flat sand everything. So I've got this whole hood. Realistically took me about 2 hours. The next step should fly through pretty quick because now all we're doing is deleting sand scratches. We've got it all flat sanded, looking awesome. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use some Mirka dry guide coat that's black. And I'm gonna guide coat all my scratches. I'm gonna turn this gold into a black hood. This is gonna be a guide for when I get my 1000 grit, I will know when to stop. So we're gonna sand until the guide coat's gone. Now the reason we're using Mirka and not other brands is because Mirka doesn't come off with water. And that's pretty critical when you're wet sanding. You don't want it to come off when you spray water on it. It's a pretty big deal. All right, so we've got this all guide coated with our Mirka black guide coat. It'll look good once it's sanded off. My plan is to get this thing sanded in every single level of sandpaper today. We're supposed to cut and polish this whole thing by Friday. It's Sunday. So we're getting a little bit of a head start, but we still have to do 3 more videos this week. We've got a lot of stuff to do. Okay, Operation Delete Sand Scratches engaged. We've got hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of sanding to go. I'm just trying to get rid of my 800 scratches now and block my way out. Any form of texture or imperfections on this hood are already sanded out. So now we're literally just taking care of sand scratches. Pretty good, actually. Hadley's here. She decided to come back after lunch.
And now.
She's in her snow clothes. Hi, sweetie.
You're in your snow clothes, huh? Because it's cold outside.
She ain't no dum-dum. So the 1,000 grit goes pretty quick. All we're doing is eliminating the 800 scratches. It's all a process, but it's very satisfying. All right, time to spin, wash, repeat. Her phone got paused, so she's mad. We had to pause it because it was so loud. I'm gonna hurry and guide coat this, sand it again, and then show you when that's done. We finally got 1,500 all finished up. Spin, wash, repeat. We're gonna put down guide coat again. We're gonna 2,000 it, do the same thing all the way through 3,000. Now, some of you might wonder and think that this is a complete big waste of time. Well, let me tell you something. This is for the Sema Show. This is like where the best of the best of the best in this industry show up. And there's gonna be like 50,000 of those industry professionals walking around, and I wanna make sure that this is as good as we can get it. It's more so out of pride for our work, knowing that we cut and polished it, and we made this as good as we possibly can get it. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to go to the Sema Show. I started going to the Sema Show when I was about 18, 19 years old. I've been there every year besides COVID, and last year when we had Lincoln, because he was too fresh. Anyway, I'm super pumped to get back this year. You can't just take your car and enter it into the Sema Show. You have to either be invited or you have to buy a booth space to put your own vehicle in it. So we're super excited that the Golden Nugget was invited to be in the Sema Show in the Prismatic Powders booth. If you are going to Sema, you'll be able to see why we polished this and how good it's actually gonna look. So you can see with 1,500, you're starting to see a little bit more shine come back into this clear coat. Once we hit it with 2,000, it'll even be more shiny. 3,000, and then 8,000. We may or may not do 8,000, but after 3,000, this is dang near gonna be glossy. Well, it's gonna be dull, but shiny. It's actually pretty cool. It's not gonna take a lot to cut and polish it once we get it all sanded out. The bulk of the work is all in your sanding, so we're sanding for hours. To put this into a little bit of context, the first layer was 800 grit. I blocked it out with my KXK block, got it as flat as possible. The next layer was about an hour. That was the 1,000 grit. Next layer was 1,500. That was about another hour. So I'm in this currently right now about 4 hours for maybe 5-6 minutes worth of footage. Now that's just the hood. Cody took off because we're working on the weekend, but he sanded out both fenders and it took him about the exact same amount of time, but it's completely worth it because we have pride in our work. Man, that's a good looking shirt and hat.
It's dinner time.
If you guys want to look as good as dinner, head over to RobbyLayton.com. Get you an It's Dinner Time shirt because we're going to be putting a portion of every single shirt right directly to his dinner card. You can actually use the money for whatever he wants. You guys want to help dinner out? Go get yourself an awesome shirt and support the channel.
And then you also can get some awesome Robby Layton Nation merch too.
This hat is still on back order, but we have an awesome silver hat that's the replacement until we can get the silver camo back. So head over to RobbyLayton.com right now and
Get yourself some merch. Do you hear that little mouse? Where's it coming from? Oh, it's the water bottle.
sounds like a little dog.
It's a little squeaker.
It's a little ankle biter. Snack buddy.
I'm good. I'm laughing.
I've had to listen to it for the last 5 hours.
More guide coat.
I never actually thought that this moment would be here. This is the last guide coat on this hood. I've got 2,000 all finished. I'm gonna hit it with 3,000 and it'll be ready to be machine buffed. It's taking a long time. 6 hours almost.
6 hours later.
Yeah, literally. That's what perfection takes. There's so many different levels of sanding. Even when you're done painting, you can sand it some more. As it gets finer, it's harder to get this guide coat to stick because the scratches are just 2,000 grit now. So they're really fine. All right, got it all guide coated. I'm gonna hurry and just 3,000 this off and we'll show you what it looks like before the machine polisher touches it. It's gonna look good. Finally, I got all my steps done. Let's go over it again. 800 grit, 1,000 grit, 1,500 grit, 2,000 grit, 3,000 grit. That is five freaking hours of sanding a hood. Totally worth it. When this dries up, I'll show you. It's almost shined up just from sanding it. Now we're gonna buff it out with our machine polisher. And it's gonna just shine like a diamond. Yeah. Tomorrow, we're gonna start sanding the cowl panel around the windshield and the front doors. We're gonna try to get like a section every day, all sanded all the way from 800 to 3,000 and 8,000 if we get to that point. It's been a long day, Sunday. We're gonna go home, spend some time with our families and we'll be back tomorrow. So it is tomorrow. We just got back from Two Toes today. You will see that on another video. We were just getting ready to start on the Golden Nugget again. And what do you know? Just got called again. So let's go. Let's go on a tow. All right, so we just got An owner requested tow. So we're heading over to Main Street here in Ephraim. We're gonna pick up a wrecked truck, I believe, a Cummins. Shouldn't be anything crazy, just a typical accident. We're gonna go pick up and get back to the shop and get working on the Nugget again. What in the heck is going on here?
Lincoln! Hey! What are you doing? Are you driving?
All right.
Lincoln! Let's take her for a rip, bud.
So we just went on a tow, super straightforward, kicked some butt, like normal. Dinner slung that camera like a big dog.
You know it, dinner time.
All right, back to sanding. So Cody sanded all day long. I've only sanded for a few hours. We're gonna sand till midnight tonight. This is Sema Crunch. We got a lot to do. These chairs are so hard. Wish I had a better chair. Does anybody know what kind of shop chairs are the best? Because these chairs that we use, they hurt. We need to find us a good solid shop chair that rolls around, that doesn't break your butt or the bank, but mostly your butt. What'd you do today, dinner?
I worked on a Kia, because it had a bunch of overspray on it.
Tell them it wasn't from us. It was overspray from somebody that painted their fence and it oversprayed the neighbor's car.
Yeah, it wasn't from us, a customer's car. So I had to change all the parts on that we couldn't get the overspray on. And then, oh yeah, I got another car that I had to replace the door on and blend the fenders. I got that over to Pablo, so it's all painted. I'll be able to get it together tomorrow.
Well, I'm just starting the door. Oh. I'm only on 800, man.
All right, whatever chair I'm sitting on is seriously hurting me. Dinner, will you please go find my chair?
Yep. That's why I sold that chair to Hillbilly, because I didn't like it. Hey, Robby, here's your chair.
Oh, so much better. Oh, it's all better.
See this chair?
That's garbage.
It's not a very good chair. No cushion, no backrest.
Oh, check it out.
Mitch, let's go tacos.
Del Taco?
Dinner for dinner.
Tacos.
12 of them? They're tiny. You have to see them.
I don't know if they got the right ones because these ones are tiny.
Like
these
really
feel
big.
this.
Mitch, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Mitch.
Would you believe it if I told you that I'm still sanding? I know, it's hard to believe. I think you all need to know something. Okay, there's a reason we're doing this. Sema is like the biggest deal in the car world. For my entire life, I've always dreamed of having a car at the Sema Show. Wow. So when Prismatic Powders asked if we wanted to bring the Nugget to Sema, duh. Of course we'll sand on it for another 150 hours to take it to Sema. This Nugget is gonna look so good cut and polished. So as you can see, we're literally block sanding all the clear coat. So I've got it all almost sanded back to here. Still have a ton to do, but I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna sand all night long if I have to. Then I'm gonna polish all weekend long if I have to. Then I'm gonna put this thing in my box trailer, my enclosed trailer, and I'm gonna haul it to Las Vegas, Nevada if I have to.
No, that one you want to.
Yeah, no, I have to.
That one
I
you
want to.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this shop still has work that has to be done. Today, we went on 2 recoveries and a tow. Well, you saw the tow in this video, but you don't get to see the recoveries because the recoveries are on another video. I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of some stuff. This is like top secret stuff that you can't tell anybody about until you see the video on it. Ta-da!
Beautiful.
Check this out. We got all brand new Challenger lifts. We got a 4-post over here. This is an alignment ready rack. We got a brand new CL10, 10,000 pound 2-post lift. It's an asymmetrical foot pattern. Dang, that looks good. We got Grandpa in the other room. Come check this thing out. This is a CL16. One of the biggest lifts Challenger lifts makes. It'll lift 16,000 pounds. That's so many big dinners and Robbies. Like 100 of us.
100 of us. Wow.
Look at this thing. It is so massive. I can't even tell you the sheer size. That thing's 17 feet tall. It literally almost touches the ceiling. Look at how baby Aiden's truck looks in this bay now. Did you see how it looked in the last lift? You couldn't even open the doors. Watch this.
Oh my.
You may not be able to open the passenger side, but
It's kind of over that way.
Okay, who cares? That looks really cool on camera. Look at this. Look how big it is. It's so bulky.
Beefy.
It's like the big dinner of lifts.
Beefy.
So we got a lot of stuff going on at the shop, a lot of late nights, a lot of long hours. Got my awesome homie right here. Big
Boom.
dinner.
Hey.
Ladies, single. Hit him up. You know what we should do? We should do speed dating with dinner.
Speed dating with dinner. Yeah.
100 dates in 24 hours. Who wants to go to dinner with dinner? Ladies, drop him a comment. If you're married, please don't drop a comment. Husbands, he's single and not gonna go on dates with married women. So don't comment for your wives. Thank you. Okay, single ladies only.
I want to make a family someday.
Who wants to go to dinner with dinner? All right, let's go check out the paint shop. Look at this, there's a massive RV. We got a full repaint right here for an awesome customer. This thing is gonna look sweet. Some of you may or may not have noticed that this paint shop used to be a disaster. Look at this. We took an entire day and we cleaned the whole thing up, all organized. Specifically, we needed to put the RV in here, so we cleaned it all up. Look around, dinner. So much room for activities. All right, so I have to have an I'm a little human moment. It is 12:21 a.m. All right, we are super tired, super late. We've been here all day. We went on some recoveries. You will see that in another video. I've literally been sanding on this golden nugget since 7 p.m. Almost 6 hours straight. That is not entertaining. Nobody wants to watch anybody sand for 6 hours straight. Oh, dinner, you got something on you. Anyway, nobody wants to sand for that amount of hours. There's nothing fun about it. But, see this right here? That is a run. And you might still notice, got a little blue on my fingernail. Don't judge me. I have a 4-year-old daughter. She wanted to paint my nails. So daddy got a makeover. He had a spa day with his daughter. Got my nails did, my hair done, and my toes. You should see my toes. Actually, I'm not going to show you my toes, but they're blue. I have like little stubby Smurfs, 10 of them. She went to town. She painted my whole toe. Since I haven't done any how-tos in a while, I'm going to show you how to cut this run out because Robby's a human and he made a little boo-boo in the golden nugget. This is called an acrylic block. This is 800 grit sandpaper. I'm going to block this run out. We're just going to wet sand it. I have to get on the right angle. And we're just going to sand and sand and sand and sand. Now, what we're going to do, I keep a rag on my shoulder so I can grab it. Wipey. I like to clean up my panel. I don't like all the residue and everything from sanding everywhere. So if you notice, as I'm sanding, I'm cleaning the panel. It's just, I have OCD. I have really weird things that bother me. Magically, that run is almost gone. Not quite. Still there a little bit. So I'm just gonna block it some more. I like to clean this off. Give it a little spritz, a bit of water, and we're blocking. Now this acrylic block is so flat that you will literally sand every single imperfection out of this clear coat. It's slightly crazy. Anybody in their right mind that actually enjoys sanding clear coat should go to a mental hospital. But I kind of like it. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit therapeutic. And Dinner's watched me sand so much clear coat that he never wants to do it.
Heck no.
So I've got just a little bit right here. This run is almost out. Just got a little bit here. So clean that off. Just keep sanding. And then take your rag. You just grab your corner, flick of the wrist. And just like that. Your run is gone. That is flat sanded out. Now, the problem is this is just 800. We have 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000. That's 4 more steps. I literally have another 24 hours worth of sanding. Oh my God. Cutting and polishing is a lot like eating an elephant. You just take it a little bit at a time. Now you gotta blow on it. Checking it. It looks so good right there. Run is gone, as if it never happened. I didn't see it before, and I don't see it now. All right, Dinner. Cut. I gotta go back sanding.
Oh man, sitting here watching him sand, I'm getting a little bored. I'm gonna tell you some knock-knock jokes. Knock knock. Who's there? To who? To whom? That's a good one. Knock knock. Who's there? Ida. Ida who? Surely it's pronounced Idaho. I don't know.
Dude, what the heck are you giggling for?
Knock knock jokes.
What?
Knock
You
knock
telling
jokes.
yourself knock jokes?
Yeah, I got bored.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, just all that sanding you're doing, you know.
that's true.
I found another one. Let's see if Robby will join in with us. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Luke.
Luke who?
Look through the people and find out. Been thinking. How about we ask you some questions? And I'm pretty sure some of you viewers want to ask him some questions. Let's start it here, and if you guys got some questions, put them in the comments.
Hit me.
So here's the first question.
Okay.
You got a baby face. How old are you?
I'm 13 and a half.
Oh,
I am 33 years old. I was born 1989. How old are you?
Well, I think I could say I'm 12. I got a baby face too. I can't grow a beard. But no, my actual age is 31. In December, though, I'm turning 32.
I don't believe you. I'm going to need to see a driver's license. You don't look 31.
We just look so young. So here's the next question. How long you been doing auto body work?
So I've been doing auto body work since I was about 15 years old. Once I hit high school, I got into it. I used to take sandpaper from the wood shop. Sorry, Mr. Wayman. It was me. I would take sandpaper home and I would work on a car. It was a 1971 Toyota Corolla. I worked on it in my dad's driveway. So my dad's a plumber, and he had a really long driveway where he would back his van into. At the end of that driveway, we had a garage. Well, my mom had so much crap, we were never able to put anything inside that garage. So I did everything out in the gravel, right in front of the garage. Never once did I work on a single thing my whole life inside a garage until I grew up. When I was 15, I got a job at a shop called Miller's Auto Body. I worked for Miller's Auto Body until I was 18 years old and I graduated high school. I went to Wyotech, where I graduated and I went to work at a dealership in northern Utah called Ken Garff Automotive Group. I worked there for 3 years, and then I decided working for somebody else wasn't the life for me. So when I was 20, almost 21, I quit and I made a business plan, thank you Google, and I proposed it to a bank, and the bank decided to give me a little bit of money. So I started my own shop. I've been doing auto body work 17, almost 18 years. It's kind of crazy. I have not had another job since I opened my shop in 2010. How long have you been in the auto body industry?
I've been in the auto body about 8 years. Actually, working at Walmart for a little bit. When I met Robby, he was actually expanding his old shop and building a new office. Yeah, building a new office. So he bought the building next to him, that was attached to him, but next to him. He had to clean out the old stuff out because it was an old floral shop. So he hired temporary help. He hired Hillbilly and another kid and another kid. And one of the other kids didn't work out and asked me to come help him. And I was like, all right. I went and talked to Rob. We did our job there. And I was like, well, I need a full-time job. He's like, well, what experience you got? And I was like, not really much. I'll start you out doing this and we'll see how you go. And it turned into this. I've been doing it for about 8 years now.
And let me tell you, that's probably the best 8 years of my life. Since the day Big Dinner walked into my life, we've been inseparable. Except for the time he quit and went to work for my competitor for 6 months. That was super dramatic. But he came back. And that's all that matters. He came back. I'm so happy to have him back with me.
Here's the next question.
Okay.
What made you decide to get into YouTube?
To be honest, I didn't decide to get into YouTube. A year ago in July, I've been friends with Matt from Matt's Off-Road Recovery for too long. Longer than I could. So anyway, when he started his YouTube channel, we obviously just talked about it. We were just having one of our random talks, and he told me about a project called the Golden Nugget. They were going to go get it from the Sierra Nevada mountains. It was going to need a full paint job and a restoration. I was like, all right, cool. Well, I'm super busy, so I don't have time for that, whatever. And that was it. He called me back, and he said, look, this is something that we need to do, and we need you to paint it. You need to start a YouTube channel. I just don't have time. He's like, no, but you don't understand. You've got to do it. He talked to me from July till about October-ish, and he finally got me on board. They had went down to the Sierra Nevada mountains, picked this jewel up, got it back to Paul's shop, Fabrats, and it was on. Started posting them.
One of them being the banana. That's the first one that was your major video, right?
First video we posted with the banana. We got 17,000 subscribers. I was blown away. It was insane. I couldn't even believe it was happening. Uh-oh. Now we got to make YouTube videos. We did the banana. We just did our best, showcased our work. By the time we were done with the banana, we had hit over 100,000 subscribers. People were liking it. You guys liked watching us. It was insane. I'm still mind blown. I do this so much that it's just normal to me. So maybe it's cool to you guys. I don't know. Why do you guys watch us? Let us know what exactly you watch for. So we did the entire banana series. Then it was on to the Golden Nugget. And we fully redid this thing. We started doing other projects. And people kept watching. I'm still blown away. We're coming up on 1 year. On November 12th, our YouTube channel's turning 1 year old. Now, obviously, I started posting derby videos back in 2013, but that wasn't really videos. That was just some in-car GoPro footage that I would compile. I had a buddy in Heber City. He'd edit them. I'd put it up for my derby buddies to watch. And man, I used to think it was so cool when I'd get 2,000 views a video. I was just crushing it. I had a total loss fire in 2018 where my old business burnt to the ground. Kind of took a little hiatus from demolition derbying, which is what I was posting videos of, and I just took some time off from it. So there was a little bit of gap in my YouTube videos. Didn't really make sense for me to do them. I didn't have any content. I wasn't derbying until this. Technically, I'm going with November 12th as our 1 year anniversary. So November 12th last year is the first time we posted a video. Our YouTube channel is turning 1. I think we need to have a party for it.
I think a party sounds fun. What are we going to do? What kind of party?
Like a 1 year old birthday, because Lincoln My son turned 1 year old on October 25th.
So you're gonna do like a...
We're gonna do a joint birthday party for Lincoln and our YouTube channel because they both turned 1 year old. How cool is that? I don't know, maybe we'll have some cake, who knows? You guys are the reason that we continue doing what we're doing, and we love it. That's why we're here at 1 o'clock in the morning. The Sema Show is the #1 automotive show in the world.
And isn't it one of your biggest dreams to get a vehicle in the Sema Show?
Literally a bucket list. Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to be in the Sema Show. Now, this isn't a Sema build. This was not built specifically for Sema. Like, there are people that they spend years and they build a Sema car. We're gonna be marking off another bucket list. We're just excited.
Glad you guys enjoy it. It's a whole lot of fun. This is the last and final question. It's a good one. Who's your favorite employee?
Way to put me on the spot. You know, that's a tough one. I like all my employees. Well, I gotta get back to sanding. Sorry. I've sanded so much today that I have no more fingerprints. Look at that, it's so crazy. So all this hard work's gonna pay off next week. Make sure if you're at the Sema Show, come and see us in Central Hall at the Prismatic Powders booth. Booth number 24395. Again, that is 24395. Prismatic Powders booth. Come check it out. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be roaming around the show. If you see us out and about, come up and say hi. Let's take some pictures. Let's shake some hands. Let's do some fun stuff. Anyway, check it out. Got this whole side just about sanded. I've got 2 little spots here, a little bit down on the bottom. Cody's got it 1500 all the way to here and all the way on this door. But I'm feeling good about it. I'm pumped. It's gonna be shining like a diamond at the Sema Show. All right, as always, we appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.